Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Fina Sakinah Mawaddah. I'm the student of Islamic State University Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. I'm now on my fourth term in the major of English education. Now I'm going to tell you about the article summaries of 10 of my article reviews. Well, this video is made to fulfill reading assignment for extensive reading by Miss Nida Husna. I will explain the article one by one and then I will tell you the relation between them. Yeah, check it out. Okay, my very first article, let's talk about the EFL learners. With the title of Iranian EFL learners and their knowledge of presupposition, this article really talk about how Iranian students in the major of English education and their presupposition in English, because their presupposition is matters because they are the EFL learners and their presupposition in semantic way is matters how they comprehend English correctly. While still in EFL learners, my next article with the title Literacies for Foreign Language Learners in the Information Age. This article talk about EFL learners too, but in a different way. Literacies for foreign language learners is talk about how students do literacy, do reading in EFL, English as foreign language. They are as EFL learners studying English, reading the book with English literacies for the student, how is it matters for them or is not matter for them. Well, talk about reading. My next topic in the articles is about reading habits. Still as in literacy from a linguistic and a sociolinguistic perspective, on sociolinguistic perspective, this article talk about literacy and how literacy itself is being seen by linguistic perspective or sociolinguistic perspective, because people comprehend English in different way, and how linguistic itself look into literacy and sociolinguistic also look into literacy. Still in reading habits, and my next article with the title Gender Differences in the Reading Ebooks talk about how the children, the habitual of reading of children, boys and girls, how they differentiate, how boys and girls are comprehending in English by ebooks, how they reading ebooks, their behaviors, their reading habits, and this is proven in this article that girls are most capable to comprehend English well and to comprehend reading ebooks well than boys. Well, actually this article is made in school, and the sample for this article also is the students. And well, talk about in school. My next article with the title Bullied Victims and Bully Victims of Impact on Health Profile is talk about how students' life in school, how they become bullied, how they become the victims, or maybe they become bullied victims. And this article also discuss about the impact on the impact of the healthy by being bullied. The victims are bullied victims itself. The researcher look into students' life in school, in their school, and they research them with the method questionnaire. The same method is used by the article with the title French is the language of love and stuff. Student perception of issues related to motivation in English. Yes, this article also used questionnaire for their student and also in the school area, because this article talk about how English students are studying. How students with English studying French, and how the teacher teach them about the French, and the way teacher teach them. Well, talk about teaching. Here in teaching, the article about teaching also in field independence, dependence, and the teaching of grammar. Well, as teacher, we not only teach the language, but also the component, but also the structure. In this article, this matters how teachers use method for the student to teach grammar, to get the student understanding by teaching grammar, how they know the different because about field independence, and they can apply to the student which one is the best for their students. Well, because grammar is matters for English skill, because grammar is structure. We cannot speak or write correctly without knowing the grammar. And talk about skills, I get the article about develop skill. About this article title is Mnemonic and non-mnemonic vocabulary learning strategies for children. Well, this article is actually telling teacher how they teach student vocabularies, and with mnemonic or non-mnemonic. For you to know, mnemonic is using keyword and non-mnemonic not using keyword. And the article talk about the strategies for teacher to teach their students to develop their vocabulary, to extend their vocabulary, which is very matters, which is very important for students to develop their skills. Still in skills area, I get another article with the title Idea Using Oral Journal to Develop Speaking Fluency, Self-Confidence. In this article, the researcher is using oral journals, and they want to know how the oral journal is impact for the students, and how the oral journal itself can develop the speaking fluency, because the oral journals is like telling story to each other in English. So without realizing, students can develop their speaking skill with oral journal. Well, this article is using method Quantitative, and for the sample so researchers get what they want. And the same method, the whole article that I have read using quantitative or qualitative methods. The quantitative and qualitative method is explained in experimental ethnography, the marriage of quantitative and qualitative research. Well, my last article is actually talk about the how the combination between the quantitatives and qualitatives, and how what is the quantitatives itself and what is the qualitatives itself for the researcher, and how to doing research. And this article talk about the combination between the qualities and quantitatives with the ethnography approaches. Well, I think it's all for me. Hope this video is useful, and thank you so much for watching. And so I'm so sorry if there's so much mistakes. I'm so sorry if I'm so nervous. And well, thank you. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours.